Dancing between Wanderlust and roots. Have you ever experienced the feeling of being on the cusp of something potentially fantastic, where you've been dreaming about for a long time, and then things start to change as you get there? That's exactly where I am right now. Despite still having limited energy thanks to my chronic fatigue, I am so excited about embracing a new chapter in my life that revolves around travel and adventure, because travel and adventure have been my number one passions all my life. And for years, my husband and I have been dreaming about his retirement, coming up with plans for our retirement gap year filled with adventures and reconnecting with the parts of ourselves that took a back seat during our busy working years. But over the last few weeks, something fascinating has started happening as we've edged closer to the point that he stopped working. We both felt a shift in how we wanted to approach this time. And we find ourselves regularly reminding each other that we don't need to rush, that this is the beginning of a beautiful new chapter with hopefully many, many years ahead for all sorts of adventures, local and far away, big and small, together, solo, together with friends. And I've come to realise over the last few weeks that the urge to rush through a bucket list stems from decades of conditioning, of having just a precious few weeks of holiday each year that creates a scarcity mindset about time and fun and adventure. And yet, our reality now is that we're choosing to only work a few days a month. So we're going to have a lot more time, a lot more time for ourselves, for each other. And with most people nowadays enjoying an independent, active life well into their 70s, we've hopefully got plenty of years ahead. That's not to say that we don't want to make every day count, because that is something that we feel is really, really important. But rather, we feel there's been an expansion of our vision for creating a deeper, richer life that blends adventures both near and far. Part of me has this romantic notion of being a digital nomad, traveling and continuing to write and work with clients remotely. But I've also noticed a surprising new part of me emerging that yearns to feel grounded and connected to a central home base. And this part of me is so different from my younger self, who was always eager to pack a bag, escape, and explore the next exciting destination. And I wonder, is it because I'm more content and happy with my life than I was when I was younger? Perhaps it's because meaningful connections and a deep sense of meaning are more important to me now when I was younger. Or maybe it's simply a natural evolution that comes with this stage of life. I'm really not sure. All I know is that as part of this transition, both of us feel drawn to creating the perfect balance. We want to weave together overseas adventures with precious time at home that we spend with family and friends, because that's just as important to us as travelling. And we are both keen to continue to work part time through our businesses. Plus, living in such a gorgeous part of the world, I'm in southeast Scotland, just on the beach, and we're very blessed to live here. And there are so many just fabulous adventures right on our doorstep, which is good for our souls as well as the planet. So we've trimmed back our gap year plans so that we can enjoy more time at home. That said, I wanted to give you a sneak preview of some of our adventures this year that I will be sharing through Adventurous Aging. And the first one we're actually going off on in a couple of days. So the first one is Scottish Escapades, and hoping to have sunny yet cosy campervan journeys exploring the Isle of Arran and seeking out all sorts of hidden gems like the pyramid at Balmoral and ancient stone circles in the Highlands and across the country. Arctic dreams. I have always loved polar bears, always wanted to see them in real life. So we're off on a cruise around Svalbard. Fingers crossed we're going to get a polar bear sighting. We may even do a traditional Arctic dip, which is jumping into an iceberg-filled sea from the ship, if it's safe for me to do so, because I've not been while swimming for a couple of years now due to my chronic fatigue, as even a short dip uses up all my energy for the day to actually warm up. And while we're up north, we will also be doing a couple of Baltic city breaks, exploring Helsinki and Tallinn. Again, two places that I've wanted to go to for a very long time. And then later on in the year, we're off to Club La Santa in Lanzarote with friends. And I'm hoping for a peaceful retreat while my husband and our friends dive into all sorts of sports, and I'll be sitting on the sidelines watching. As well as that, we've got various European adventures lined up in France and Italy in Roxy, our trusty camper van, before we go off to spend 3 months in the French Alps to do quite a bit of skiing, hopefully. And yes, Bali, my favourite place in the world, is bouncing around in here for when the time is right. And of course, in some ways, our biggest adventure is actually exploring the perfect mix of fun and meaning and connection in this new next chapter of life. We don't see ourselves retiring in the traditional sense of the word, as I wrote about in my post, Adventurement, a better word for retirement. When we first dreamt about this stage of life, our plans looked like one bucket list adventure, and it's something I do suggest you do write out anyway. But life of the last few weeks has taught us a beautiful message around what we really need. And we've discovered that meaningful adventure isn't just about ticking off those destinations. It's actually about creating a lifestyle that honours both our wanderlust and our need for connection at home. And sometimes the most profound journeys happen when we learn to dance between exploration and being at home. And what I love the most about our plan is how it weaves all of this together and allows us to create a unique lifestyle that does honour our wanderlust and our need to spend time with the people that we love, our family, our friends, and be part of our local community. We found that this is all about finding the sweet spot between adventure and belonging. So what about you in planning your adventures? Take a moment to reflect on how you could enjoy more adventure every day, this year, or in your next chapter. What adventures or trips would you love to embark upon? And what would your ideal balance of adventure versus time at home look like? What places or experiences are on your bucket list? Please do share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. And remember, you're never too old to embark upon new adventures. I encourage you to embrace your passions, your interest, your curiosity, and let that guide you towards new, exciting experiences. If you want a place to jot down your ideas and capture precious memories of your adventures, I invite you to check out my adventure journal, which you'll find a link for in the post below. Are you ready to start your next adventure? If you're not already a member of our community of vibrant souls who are redefining what it means to age with curiosity and adventure, subscribe now. And let's explore this extraordinary chapter of life together. You matter, your happiness matters, and what you do next matters. Bye for now.